Hello everybody, and this is going to be a longer video, kind of a special video. This is not a weekly series, but I really owe this to you. I feel like to the few viewers that I have. I would like you to know why I have started a buying spree of puts. Yesterday, I have started it. I was thinking that I was going to do this later this year, but I've already started. So let me explain you. Actually, there's lots of things I'm gonna show you. I'm not sure I will go through all of them, but let me just go through some of them at the very least. Maybe even that's gonna be enough. So this is what you see on the screen, these orange lines. That's the January barometer for 2026. And it kind of shows like a double top scenario where the first top in the late spring, summer crash, V-shape into November, and then presumably start of the crash, or just this, I don't know what is then going to be, but some decline correction in the November, December anyway. However, the barometer, as you can see, is already really off, meaning that the January was completely off. You know, we went up, the barometer showed down. February is also off because the barometer shows up, strong February, and we go sideways and even slowly down. So, and that also makes sense because after the last year, I'm not gonna show you that, I'm sure you remember. Okay, I am going to show you. Just really quickly, the last year, these white lines was the barometer, and it was so accurate that basically if you just followed the barometer the last year, you would have become quite well off actually. Like there was so much money to be made following the barometer. So it is crowded this year. The barometer is crowded indicator, and it makes sense that it's not going to be working that well. Although it's also going to be some kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy too. But I was just like sitting back, like comfy, like yeah, like good, like we have time, we're bullish, like good times. Like let's worry about the summer later, like the crash will come later, you know, there's still money to be made long. And I was looking for basically longs, and as I was getting through various indexes, let me just show you, for instance, QQQ. I will switch it to weekly. Like I was just like I was looking like, okay, like where is W, and you know, of course checking the divergences and stuff, but then I just can't like ignore like there is an M forming. Like this is an M, ladies and gents, and of course like it doesn't have to go like this, but this is what this is what I see at least. Okay, then I don't know, AIQ, you know, another M, you know, then BOTZ. BOTZ is actually not really an M at the moment, but I think it could be an M. I've already taken the short basically because we are also at the top where we were in 2021. So we're basically, I think this is going to be strong resistance, and I think that a good correction from there is justified. I've already taken this short, and I've already also taken the short from AIQ. Then when you look the S&P 500, the SPY, like is this bullish to you? Like, sorry if I've now broken your ears with my voice, but is this bullish to you? Like, does this look bullish? When you look at that, this is on weekly, you know, and it just all clicked to me yesterday as I was going through all of this, and then I was like, why am I relying on the barometer so much? And another problem is this is on logarithmic. I was showing you logarithmic, but let's, you know, do you see this? This is August 2024. You see that's the Nikkei crash, okay? And when you measure the crash of 2022, how I guess where 1.6 when it was 563. Now let's zoom in, guys. Let's just zoom in before. Excuse me. This is the no. Where is it? Okay, this is This is the Nikkei crash. That was 10% correction for the S&P 500. And have a guess where the top was just before. It was 563, guys. 560 to $1, right? To $1. I am not even kidding. And now have a guess where 1.618 of the Q1 crash is. It's 695. And where did we have? What did we have just 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? 695. Like, it's all starting to make freaking sense. Then the other day I made a video. Yeah, new all-time highs into the May. That may not come actually true, but I made a video just the other day where I was showing you that, yeah, guys, like, we had a Vikov. This is the distribution, right? The Vikov distribution. That's exactly what we had in 2025. I was actually on the video, I was showing you, like, this is the BC, like this is this point, and I think that might be incorrect actually. This BC might be right here, December 24, UT might be this January 25, and UTAT is the February. December, January, February, okay? Remember these 3 months. And what do we have right now, okay? Like, we could say this was the BC. Oh, actually. But this BC is October, okay, it's not December. So perhaps slightly off. And then the UT, I would say, could be this one here in January. And the UTAT could be like a very end of January, start of February. Like, but it's very similar. It's not the exact months, I confess, but it's very similar, and it's all in Q1 anyway. And like, this has started clicking me, and then I see stuff like Mel Matheson, where he is, Mel Matheson here, who I have been criticizing more and more, and basically. I really think that he has regressed into clown. He's just arrogantly, and he's even offensively pushing people to do the wrong stuff. Like, how will you justify buying calls for EEM? Like, I know I have lots of. I will disable all my drawings because you can't see clearly. Like, does it make any rational sense, unless you are a total newbie, that you would buy a call for EEM right here? You are buying derivatives, very volatile, by chasing, and you arrogantly push other people do it. And he has had lots of tremendously, like, worse and worse and worse calls. Oh my god, don't even get me started about this hoot. I could actually bring you his tweets, how arrogantly he was pushing to buy calls. Actually, around this part it was not at the very top, but it was in this part for Hoot. Now, not a peep about it. The same for Sophie, he was buying calls here. Not a peep about it. So, and what is he saying right now? He's again arrogantly pushing, like, Citrini, suck my dick. You know, he has the military language because he's ex-military. So that's another issue, that he has this offensive language. And Citrini, I see SPX 7,500 by June. You know, what is he? He's yelling about basically going up still. So everything started clicking to me. And I couldn't have been happier. And because I have started buying the puts. I have a little problem with the SPY puts though, because I did not get good puts with the expiration day in the second half of the year. Because honestly, the little problem is really the technical execution of this. Because like, you really, or I believe that you really need to have a stop loss like much higher. Like, you have to be, if you are buying puts right away, you have to be prepared that the Mel Mathesons and the January barometers, and all of this will come true, and that we will actually really push higher now in March and April. We will really push higher, and only then maybe we will correct in the second half of the year. So you also have to be prepared for that scenario. And you can only be prepared if you have the expiry date in the second half of the year and also a good stop loss. So this is where I struggle with the SPY puts. These are too risky that I've taken. I confess these are too risky, but the AIQ is better, and also the BOTZ, I think that's the best so far that I was able to find at this stage. I also really wanted to short QQQ and XLK, but also XLK, you could also argue that there can be a W forming as well. Yeah, I don't think so, but you could make that case because it is more beautiful. It looks more like W than an M, but also it also looks like an M as well. But the problem again with the setup, and QQQ looks like a beautiful M though, but the QQQ puts are just so expensive. I think people are already in QQQ puts. I really would, given how much are the premiums for that. So I didn't get into those two. And I will still be thinking what to do about the SPY. Because I really only got a good put that I really wanted to buy with expiration day end of June. And that really is not the best expiration date, because in case we really go push higher, I'm screwed then. And I already put into those 2% of my total portfolio, and that's really some not money that I would lose, because as a swing trader, you have, I do lots of trades, and I bank in 0.5% profits there, 0.5% there, so it all then piles up. I lose somewhere something. So losing 2% of portfolio would not be no joke for me at all. So I still don't know what exactly or how exactly I'm gonna do the SPY. But what I might end up doing is that I will just really watch, the moment we start breaking through 700 SPY, the moment we start breaking, even on daily or I don't know, 4 hourly even, I will watch. Then I will probably just exit and take losses for 0.2% of my portfolio or so. Maybe that's gonna be the solution. I'm not yet sure. I just wanted to know that I wanted you to know that I am on the buying spree of the puts across the markets, especially technicals. I'm also trying to get out completely from Tesla. But there is a case to be made. Let me disable all the drawings. There is a case to be made that this is a forming head and shoulders actually, and in which case we could see $460 Tesla. So I would like to exit at $460. Okay, and also it might be forming W as well right now. Also when we are on weekly, no, that's okay. Let's go to 4 hourly. When you check divergences, actually we didn't have lower lows here, but so I am trying to get out of Tesla as well, and basically trying to get as many puts as I can on the technical indexes, AI indexes, S&P 500 overall. Also I shorted India. That's another case, a contrarian call to Mal Matheson. India is beautifully emming in my opinion. India is having an M here basically, right? And I think it can go actually much lower. So I am looking for puts whenever I can, but at the same time I also being aware that of course I have lots of equities bought, especially junior mineral exploration companies. but also some consumer staples and stuff like that. But I'm staying grounded at the same time, and I am remembering that we might really still keep pushing all-time highs in the first half of the year. So it's important to be shorting with that in mind.